Hi guys, welcome to Geekster Masterclass. First thing about your speaker, that is me, right? This is a brief introduction about me. So, I am Ajay Katana. I am currently Associate Director of Data Science at Geekster. I'm also an educator, right? And I have previously worked with EXL as a Senior Analytics Consultant, and I have more than 3 years experience, training students and getting them placed in a data science domain. Okay, and I'm also an alumnus of IIT Guwahati. Okay, this is a brief introduction about me. Now, I just want to know about you guys, right? So quickly, guys, can you just put it in the chat? Like, from which field are you from? Which field? Which degree? Like, are you from electrical engineering, computer science, electronics, mechanical, civil? Whatever field it is. Wow, we have so much diversity here: computer science, electrical, MBA, chemical engineering, computer science, EC, ECE, non-technical, computer science, BCom, IT, MBA. Wow, this is like very diverse audience we have here, right? So very good, guys. This is great. And again, to become a data analyst or data scientist, you need not be from a technical background. You need not be from computer science. Let me just clear that. Many of you might be having this question, right? I myself did mechanical engineering, right, from IIT. But even then, I ended up into this tech role, right? So that is completely fine. And it's glad to have this diverse audience in this masterclass, right? So, what are we going to learn today? I think you all know this already. What are we going to learn today? We are going to learn the, you know, about advanced Excel, how we can use Excel, simple our daily Excel sheet, to make, dashboards and to make reports, which can help drive businesses. Okay, bade businesses, even the big businesses, they use Excel dashboards to drive the business to make the decision making, right? So this is what we are going to learn today. We are going to take data of a very big e-commerce company, right? Like Amazon kind of company. We will be taking the data of that and we will see how we can make a beautiful dashboard out of it, right? In the meanwhile, like the end goal is to make this dashboard, but to make the dashboard, we need to know multiple topics of Excel. So we'll be covering those topics as well. Okay, clear, guys? Again, same thing. To get into a data analytics, do we need to know coding? No, not at all. Okay. BCom. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Please start practical soon. We'll be going practical from the start. Okay. This is the overall session is practical. Okay. So before we get into the session, are you ready with the data? I think the data is already given to you in the WhatsApp channel, but are you ready with the data? If not, let me just give it to you even now, right? I will just share it in the Zoom chat. Okay, you can just go to this drive folder and you have to download these files. Just click on this triple dot and you can just click on download and this data will be downloaded. I want every one of you to be ready with this data, right? Using this data, we are going to, learn Excel. We are going to, understand this. Yes, guys, are you ready with the data? Have you downloaded the data? Hello, sir. Business analyst is different from data analyst. So yes, business analyst is bit different. Okay, but it doesn't mean there is a clear boundary, right? Sometimes data analyst also work as business analyst. Okay, so it's not like we will be just learning as a business analyst or data analyst. The skills will be same, right? Where you are working matters, right? Like for example, if you are working as a data analyst in banking sector in a bank, you will be called as finance analyst. Okay, if you are working in marketing sector, you will be called as marketing analyst. Okay, but the tools we use, the beauty of data analytics is the tools we use, whatever domain we are in. If we are in pharma company, medical company, or in finance company, the tools we use is same. Okay, the thought process will be having is same. I didn't get data. I just sent it in the chat. Let me just quickly send it again. Okay, you can just click on the link we have shared in the chat, and you can just download it from there. I'm doing post PG diploma in data science from Symbiosis Center for Distance Learning. Is it worth it? I cannot comment on that, but what I can say for sure is attending this masterclass will be worth it. So in our particular data, whatever I have given, we have some sales files. Okay, like if I just show it to you how the data is looking. If you go to this particular folder within this data, we have sales files. These sales files are year wise. Okay, like 2014, what is the data we have? 2015, what's the sales data? 2016, what is the sales data? Right? So let's go, everyone download the sheet and just open one CSV into the Excel. Okay, the Excel looks something like this. Okay, if you're not able to open or something, don't worry, just focus here. Okay, anyway, we will be doing it, and after that you can open that as well. Okay, just focus here. In here you can see this is the sales data, okay, of an e-commerce company which is located in US, right? So in here we have order ID. That means for each order a number is given, just like in your college. If you attend the college, in your college you will be getting a roll number, right? That is one number just assigned to you. In a similar fashion, in any company, if an order is placed, each order will be getting one particular ID, which is order ID, so that we can track it later on. Okay. Similarly, each customer is given a ID which is customer ID. Okay. So in that particular e-commerce company, if there is one customer, he will be given a unique ID which is customer ID. Just like again, roll number for your class. Then for each customer in each order, we'll be having a salesperson as well. Salesperson is someone who is selling that product, right? So he is responsible to for the conversion. Then we have order ID, on what date the order is placed, right? Then we have order priority. Okay, like how fast does the customer need that particular order, right? Does he need it high? It is very critical for him. He need it as soon as possible, right? Based on that, we will prioritize whether we have to go for shipping, fast shipping or slow shipping. Okay, delivery उसके हिसाब से we can finalize. Then we have this SKU. How many of you heard about SKU? कितने लोग सुना है इसके बारे में? What is SKU? Everyone, what is SKU? No idea. SKU is stock keeping unit. ठीक है? If you go to like, how many of you visited DMart? DMart, कितने लोग visit किया है? Everyone must have visited, right? Or any supermart in that case. If you see on each product, there is this barcode written, right? Payment ki time pe they just scan that barcode, right? So for each product, they will be given one kind of unique barcode, okay, or one code will be there on that. That particular code is SKU. Okay, based on that code, you will know, okay, this particular product is Garnier face wash, or this particular product is, let's say, Atta, right? So for each particular product, there will be a very unique code, which is SKU. Okay. So whenever I say SKU, that means stock keeping unit. That means for each product, each stock, each unit, okay, a unique barcode is given. You can see the barcodes are like this: SKU 947, SKU 937, in this way. Okay. Then we have order quantity. In the sense, when one particular order is, something is ordered, how much quantity is ordered, right? How much quantity is ordered. Then we have unit sell price, one single unit, how much is it sold for, right? Then is there any discount given on it? Again, what is the shipping amount? Like, for the delivery also there are some charges. So what is the delivery amount? Shipping in the sense delivery. Then we have ship mode. Ship mode in the sense, how are we delivering that product? What is the mode? Is this regular air? Is this delivery truck? Okay, there are different kinds of modes. You can just ship it through air. You can ship it through truck. You can ship it through some other things. Right? What else is there? Truck is there. This is there. Okay, let's just see. Mhm. Okay, okay, okay. Data. Filter. Let me just click on filter, and then you will see what are the different kinds of things we have. Somehow my Excel is acting out, but I think there are only two modes. But we can see further in the session, right? The dimension cell file not able to download. Yes. Next, we have product container. Product container, here we will be having small box, large box, jumbo truck. Based on the requirement, we have the product container as well. Based on this, again, shipping will be determined. Okay, if it is a very big box, maybe it's difficult for the regular air. Maybe we have to go for express air in that way. And then we have the ship date, on what day it actually got shipped. Okay, so you can see this is the order date and this is the ship date. Like for example, first particular example, if you see on 1st of January, this got ordered and on 3rd of January, this got shipped. Okay. For creating dashboard, the tools like Power BI and QuickSight are there. So my question is, what is the significance of visualization the data with Excel? That's a really good question. Yes. For the visualization, we have Power BI. Power BI is nothing but extension to the Excel. Okay, Microsoft Excel is there. Okay, just to make things faster within the Excel, they have created one additional tool, which is Power BI, right? So Power BI is a very good tool when the data is used and when you have to connect it with big databases, right? But for small reports, for simple and quick reports, we'll be still using Excel only. Okay. Okay. Mm, Next, so this is the whole data, guys. Understand the data first. Here we have order details, customer details, order date, priority, and shipping details. Okay, these are the important things. Now, few things we need to understand in Excel is first thing, Excel contains different rows and columns, right? So you can see here one row is nothing but horizontal, what do you say? Horizontal cells, the cells which are kept in horizontal line, right? This is what? This is rows. Similarly, what is column? Column is vertical line of cells, right? So can you guys now tell me what is the significance of this horizontal line of cells and what is the significance of vertical line of cells? Horizontal line of cells, that is these rows, क्या कर रही है? What is it? What is this signifying? Right? Uh, so this horizontal line of cells, each each row is talking about particular customer details. That is not very much correct. It is talking about particular order details. Okay, each order it is talking about, because you can see one customer can have multiple orders as well. Okay, like here you can see this customer is being repeated. So each row is talking about particular order. Okay, and similarly one particular column is talking about one detail, right? So one column here, this column, it is only talking about the salesperson. Okay, this column, it is talking about unit sell price. In this way, each column talks about that particular, what do you say, characteristic, right? That particular detail, only one detail of all the orders. Okay, so this in Excel, although these are tables in our daily language, these are called tables. In Excel, these group of cells, what are those called, guys? These group of cells, like if you call any group of cells, I'll just take this whole table kind of thing, and this whole thing is actually called range of cells. RANG, range. Okay, it's not data frame, that is in Python. It is range. Okay. Now in Excel, we have one additional feature, which is we can convert this particular range into table, Excel table. Okay. Excel table is bit different. It has some additional features compared to normal range. Okay. So for example, first of all, let me remove this filter. Okay. I'm just selecting all the cells. To select against all the cells, just select any cell and Control A. Control A will select all the cells we have. Okay, then you can go to, you can click on Control T. What Control T will do is it will create a table. Control T, and you can say my table has headers. Yes, my table has headers. Okay, you can see the table got created here. You can see these particular the range. Now how it is looking, it got changed. We got colors here, right? How did this happen? Again, let me go back. Control Z to go back. You have to first select the whole range, Control A, and then click on Control T. Control T is for making this range into table. Okay, what are the features of table that we will see? First, Control A, select all the cells. Control T to make this into a table, and then OK. Okay, the color got changed. We got some additional features. It's like normal man got his Iron Man suit, right? It's like, all the things got changed. Our range got some superpowers. And you can change these colors as well. As you can see on the top, you can make it orange, you can make it gray, you can make it yellow, blue, whatever color suits you. Black, green. Okay, let me go with orange. Clear? Now, what does this particular table does? Iska kya, what is the main role of this table? Didn't work. Instead, it just changed every element and copied the header names to each column. What you have to do is you have to say Control A, which is selecting all the cells, then Control T, right? Control T will convert it into table. Now, once this is done, right? Once this is done, the next thing in here, what is the significance of this particular table? The significance of this table is if I want to add up the above cells, right? Or if I want to make, let's say I want to get sum of shipping amount. Okay, so for sum of shipping amount, I can just say equal to sum. I can use the function which is sum. Okay, previously, if I want range of cells, I'll just have to select them like this, right? And if there is some additional if there is some additional cell that is added to the row, we have to manually change this particular formula, right? Manually, we have to change it. For example, let's say I will just copy few of the records. Okay, I will just copy these records. I will paste it somewhere here. Okay, this is not a table right now. This is just a range. Okay, paste values. Let's say. Okay, these are just some of the values. Now, what I want is I want sum of this shipping amount. Okay, so to get the sum of shipping amount, you will say equal to sum of these particular values. Okay, so this is how we can get sum in Excel. But the problem here is, if I add some other another customer is there, another salesperson, let's say Bob is there, he got a new order for 1, 2, 3, 8, something random, right? And here the priority is low, SKU is there, 902, and then some values 25, or here it is 8.9, and shipping amount is 0.8, right? And something like this. Now, as I updated this particular table, you can see this sum did not get changed. Okay, this sum did not get changed. So every time a new entry comes, okay, we have to manually update this. We have to manually say, okay, it is not till G9 now, it is till G10. And again, another row comes, we have to manually update it. Okay, and that is a pain for us. We can't do that every time, right? So if you have it in tabular format, we can just say equal to sum of, okay, I can just select the shipping amount, the whole column, and you can see how it is stored. It is not stored as a range. It is not stored as a range. It is stored as a column itself. Okay. Now, what happens is at the bottom, if I have some other entries, like for example, this entry, I got it again. Okay. Somehow the same entry, we got it again. Now you can see the table got extended. Okay. For example, let me just copy another particular row. And so just consider this like we are getting more and more this thing. Okay. More and more values from here. Okay. So automatically what happens is, let me show you the top. Automatically, this particular range expands. Okay. So that is the feature of table, guys. In here, you need not manually update it. The table will be, automatically expanded, or we can expand it as well by ourselves, but it will automatically expand. Okay. Yes, I think that is better. Let me change the chat option to only post. Okay. Let me quickly tell this again, guys. So the feature of the table is, first thing, table expands by itself. For example, here I will just write it as ship date. Okay. You can see as I'm adding the column, the whole table is getting expanded by itself. Similarly for the row as well. Okay. If I put the row, similarly for the row, if I just say 2653, right? And you can see the table got expanded by itself. Okay, the table will get expanded by itself, and within this you can see all the items you can just add. And if I just add one more record here, if I just add one more record, 348, automatically the table will get expanded. Okay, automatically the table get expanded, and the whatever formulas you have written, that will be applied for the whole column. Okay, that's the good thing about Excel tables. Okay. This is a small thing. Now, how many of you heard about pivot tables? Pivot tables in Excel. Did you hear about it anytime? Yes? Okay, I have made the chat private so that only I can see it. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, perfect. What are pivot tables? Now, for example, what I wanted to see is like there is this salesperson is there, the sales manager. We can see total we have three salesperson. The sales manager wanted to see how much sales each salesperson is bringing. Okay, so in that case, let me just delete this. Each salesperson, what is the sales each salesperson is bringing? Okay, for this, I need a simple table. The table should look like this. The table looks like first I need the salesperson, and then I want their total, what do you say, total unit sale price, right? But again, this is only one unit sale price and order quantity is there. So we need the total sale also we need, right? So let me just make a new column, sale, total sale by each guy, right? Let me just remove this and let me write it again. Total sale, right? So to get the total sale, what is the formula to get the total sale, guys? Total sale is nothing but my unit sell price into order quantity. Okay, and you can see the magic of table. As I have done this, equal to unit sale price into order quantity and enter, boom, all the column got filled. How cool is this, right? The whole column got filled. And now what I want is I want salesperson and his total order amount, sum of total order amount I need. For example, Bob is there. So Bob in 2014, how much sale he did, right? That is sum of his overall all the all his sale. Okay, how will we do that? What about discount? Yes, I mean, all those things will come later on. But right now, let's focus on order amount. Okay. Again, someone is so in here, guys, for one order. Okay, let's say you are ordering something. You are ordering what are you ordering? Um, you're ordering some mobile. Okay. How many here order quantity in the sense how many mobiles you're ordering. I'm ordering 9 mobiles. Okay. Maybe I want to, just distribute it to my friends. 9 mobiles I'm ordering. What is the unit price? Each mobile is costing me $95.99. Okay, it's like $96 it is costing. So now what is the total order amount? Okay, here total sale in the sense, what is the total amount I am paying? Total amount I am paying is 9 into 95.99. Okay, that is the total sale. So total sale is nothing but multiplication of these two. Yes, clear? Now what I want is for each salesperson, okay, for each salesperson, we need to get this total sale. That is, we need to get the not one particular total sale. Each person has multiple orders, right? So I need how much sale each salesperson brought in. Okay, each salesperson, what is the total amount he brought in? So for these kind of things, this particular kind of table is actually a summarized version of the main table. Okay. Uh, this particular kind of table, for example, let's say ki Bob got total of 9 lakh dollars. This is the total amount he brought in. Similarly, Richard is there. Richard brought something around 1 lakh order. 1 lakh amount, total amount. Okay. Similarly, John is there. John brought how much? Just for example, I'm saying John brought something around 40,000. Okay, now you can see from this, we can quickly say Richard is the top salesperson here, right? So to get to know about each salesperson, we need to get some summarized table. Okay, to make this summarized table, this is just a summary of the original table, right? So to get this summarized table, what we need to do, guys, right? For that, we have one particular feature called pivot tables. Okay, what are pivot tables? Pivot tables are summarized versions of the original Excel table. Okay, let's quickly see, right? It's the total sale or total amount for order quantity. This is total sale. For each order, what is the total amount we got? Total sale that is happened. Both are. Okay. So now, to make a pivot table, just click on any cell of the table. Okay. Insert. Then here we have one particular feature which is pivot table. Just click on that pivot table. Now what it is doing is which table you want to consider. By default, it is selecting the whole range. You can see this line, right? This moving line, that is the selection. It is saying, okay, I'm selecting table 6. Do you want to change? No, no, this is fine for us, right? Then it is saying, I want to create a new worksheet. Where do you want to put this pivot table? This pivot table, I will just create a new worksheet. That is fine. Okay. Okay. Now you can see there is something we got in a new sheet. Okay. Let me just say this sheet is uh, total sale of salesperson. Okay. The name became big, but that is fine. What I want now is for each salesperson, what is the total sale he is bringing to my table? Okay. It's like I am the manager, right? And I want to know how much Bob actually brought me, how much money Bob got to my table, how much amount Richard got to my table, right? So this we have to get for this particular thing again. So to get to the pivot table, guys, just click on any cell, insert pivot table. Okay, everything is selected by itself. You just have to click on OK. Okay, then you will be ending up here. In this particular case, now you can see in this pivot table, we have all the columns we have in the table, we have it in the right hand side. These particular things, these are called fields. Okay, these are called fields. Fields are nothing but our columns. Okay, whatever columns we have the table, all of them are here. And we have some four blank spaces here. These spaces are called areas. Okay, these are called areas. These are fields, these are areas. In the areas, we have four types of areas. First thing is filters, columns, rows, values. Okay, columns, rows, values, filters. Right. So to better understand this pivot table, let me make a summarized version, or let me give you a small example. Okay. Instead of going with the big table, let's just make one small table which we understand easily. So for that, let me make a new sheet, pivot example. Just understand this very clear, attentively, guys. Be very attentive here because this is very important. In the whole Excel session, the pivot table is very important. Okay. For example, let's say I have student, okay, and his particular marks. Each test marks are there. Okay. Let's say the students are, let's name them very easily, A, B, C, D. Okay, I have four students, A, B, C, D. A got, and all the marks are out of 10 only. So A got 9. Okay. Again, and then B got 8. C got, let's say 9 again. D got 3. Okay. Again, A gave another test, and in here he got 8. B did not give this test. Directly C got 7. And again D got, let's say 8. And again, if we say A gave this test, he got 4. B gave this test, he got 2, right? Again, A gave this test, he got 9. And C gave this test, he got somewhere around 5. Okay, so these are like students and whatever marks they have in the different kind of exams. Okay, now from this, what I want is, let's say this is our original table. What I want is, I want each student and their average marks. Just listen to it very carefully. I want each student. We know how many students are there, right? Each student, I have A, B, C, D. I have four students here, right? So each student, I need the average marks as well. So to get the average marks, what do we need to do? To get the average marks, first we need to get all the A's marks at one place. Right, so A, let me do one thing. I'll just color them so that you understand. A is here, A is again here, A is again here, A is again here. So all these yellow colored ones are my A's, right? Uh, So all these A's are colored as yellow. Now what I want, out of all these values, I want the average of them. Okay? So what is the average of these values? 9 and 8. Then 4 and again 9. What is the average of these values? You can just find it here itself, equal to, let me just write it here, right? Equal to average of 9, comma, then we have 8, comma, 4, comma, 9. Okay, this is 7.5 is the average of A marks. That is fine. Similarly, if I want average of B marks, can you tell me average of B? Again, here we have B, okay, no B, again here we have B. These two guys only. So 8 and 2. Average of 8 and 2. Average of 8, comma 2. Right. Similarly, C. C is there. Okay. Let's give some different color for C. C and C. What is the average of C marks, guys? C average is 9, comma 7, comma 5. Okay, this is average of C's marks. Similarly, what is the average of D's marks? Average of D's as well. We have all the white colored things. 3, comma 8. Okay, this is average of D's marks. So this is the whole thing. Okay, this is the whole table we require from this particular actual raw table. So how to do it using a pivot table is the question. Yes, we'll not get some the small data. This is just for an example, right? So first let's try to do the same thing in a pivot table. Okay, insert pivot table. Okay, click on pivot table. In here, you can see automatically this got selected, this data, right? Let's say I want to create the pivot table in the existing worksheet itself. And let me give, I want to put it here. Okay, the pivot table, I want to put it in the existing worksheet, and that is I want to put it here. Okay. Now I want this kind of data. Okay, for this kind of data, the student should be in what particular area, right? So let's understand only the bottom two areas right now. The left side one in the bottom, it is called rows. Okay, rows is nothing but on what particular field we want these particular, what do you say, table to be grouped. ठीक है, मतलब इसमें if you see we are grouping these in this whole table we are grouping the rows based on student, like student का A जो है all these guys are considered as one group, right? Again student B, all these guys are considered as another group. Student C, they are considered as another group. So in our pivot table we have to put the student in rows. That means we are grouping all the rows having student as A as one particular group. That is in here it is yellow, right? So in the same way, is this clear? Is the rows part clear? Yes, yes. Okay. So जो भी column के साथ with a whatever column, using whatever column I am grouping a particular table, okay, that column will go into rows. Now let's talk about these values. Okay, values, what it does is it will do this particular calculation. Like in here, I'm doing average, or somewhere I will be doing sum. Okay, so all those calculations, whatever field you want to be involved in calculations, that will be going to values. Okay, right now you can see here we got sum of marks and then this particular thing. Okay, very simple, just drag and drop. Okay, you need not perform any formulas, you need not put your brain or anything. Very simple, drag and drop these particular things. Okay, first, student in rows, that will give you all the unique students. Then marks in values. By default, you are getting sum of marks. Okay, but I need average. So if you want to change it, just click on this I, and automatically you can just select it to average and then okay. Now you can see we are getting the same table. In here we got the table. Here also we got the same table. This is our normal normal, Excel table. This is our pivot table. Okay. Is that clear? Making sense? Yes. So how to go for average? Okay. Let me do that. I will just do Control Z so that we go back. Okay. In here, you can just click on this particular range. I think in Windows, there will be a drop down here. Just click on that and you can go for field settings. Okay. And there you will be finding some, dialog box like this. In here, you will just have to say summarize by, not sum. You have to change it to average and then okay. Okay. Currently, I'm using Mac, so you can see some difference, but it is almost same. Okay, everything which looks is almost same with Windows version or Mac version. But yes, just click on this particular thing and then change it. Whatever you want. You want some, you can put some average, max, min, whatever calculation you want to do, you can do it. Okay, this is for the smaller table, right? A smaller table, though, you can see how easy this is. But even you may say, why would I go for pivot table? I can simply make the calculation. But if you go to our big table, which is looking something like this, I cannot, I cannot do these calculations all the time, right? For that case, we have to use pivot tables, right? So now what pivot table we require in here is I need salesperson and total sales. Okay, salesperson and then total sales. So can you guys tell me what should go into rows? Can you guys tell me what should go into rows? Or which field should go into this rows area? इस area में कौन सी what field should go there? Salesperson, of course, right? Yes, very good. Salesperson, drag it, put it into rows, and boom, you can see Bob, John, Richard, and there are some blank value. Let's just check what are those blank values. I think whatever we added at the end, right? Those are blank values. Okay, at the end we added these things. Let me just delete them. Okay, and then just select all. And here, as I have updated my original table, again, you need not do anything in the pivot table. Just select on the pivot table, click on this pivot table analyze, okay, and then refresh. Automatically, the pivot table will be updated. Okay. Now, what should go? What is the next step, guys? Next, I need this total sale. So, total sales, what can we do? Which field should go into which particular field? Yes, yes, very good. We should have values in the values because we want total sales. Total sales is nothing but sum of total sales, right? So here we are doing some calculation. So this total sale wala column should go into these values. And you can see sum of total sale. This is the total sale. For example, for Bob, we had how much is this? This is like very big number, $1.449 million, right? So he is the top performer here. Similarly, John, he is the second top performer. Then we have Richard, right? So in this way, for this big table, you can see how big the table is. From there, if you want to get some summarized view, okay, you can simply use these pivot tables. Okay, right. Clear, guys? So this is about pivot tables. In the pivot tables, there are something else as well. Okay, so there are another two filters, another two areas, which is filters and columns, right? So if you just go to this particular table, for example, let's say I want what Bob is doing, how his performance is there for different mm, for different order priority. Okay, I just want to get what is the total sale he's getting for each priority. For low priority, how much sale he is getting. For high priority, how much. For critical, how much he is getting. Okay, so basically, I want to compare the sale of Bob with different priorities. Okay, this is the order priority. You can see critical, high, low, medium, not specified. So what I want is instead of having total sales directly here, I want the order priority here. That means how much is the low, how much is the high, how much is the critical, how much is the not specified. In this way, I want to see for each, like for example, Bob, total low out of 1.44 billion million, the total low is let's say 50 500,000 or 5 lakhs. Okay, total high is another this much. Critical is maybe this much. and this is another this much. So in this way, I want to compare the total sale brought by Bob among different priority levels. Hmm. Okay. So to make this, we have to compare between different values, low, high, critical. We have to compare here, right? So whenever it comes to the comparison, okay, what we have to do is that particular column, whatever column we want the values to be compared with, that particular column should go into columns area. Okay, so in this case, we have to put order priority, which is this particular thing, into columns. Here it is saying this particular pivot table will now expand, and this particular data is getting collapsed. Do you want to replace it? Yes, I want to replace it. Okay, and see how cool this is. We are not doing anything. We are not doing complex calculations, but even then we are getting the results, right? This is the summarized view of the data. बहुत आसान है. It's just dragging and dropping. You can simply drag and drop, and you will get these awesome tables. Okay. Now you can see Bob. He got most of his sale from what kind of category? From medium priority. After that, he got most from low priority. After that, he got most from critical priority. Right. So from here, you will understand from what kind of priority levels, what sales span is doing better. Right. How cool is this? Let me just remove this part. Now what I want is I want to filter few things as well. For example, in here, I want to see how each salesperson is doing only for express sale. Okay, because let's say express air is now giving some concession to me, that shipping thing. So I just want to see how people are doing only in express air, right? So how can we do that? So whenever we come to filtering the data, I don't want to see for whole data. I just want to see for data where ship mode is equal to express air. Whenever we want to filter only for few of the data, you have to use this filters area. For example, in this case, I will just put this ship mode into this filters. As I put it into the filters, you can see one additional column got added. And from here, you can select whatever you want. I just want to see for Express Air. And as I clicked on Express Air, you can see the whole data got redistributed. The whole data got, regenerated by itself. Okay, we don't have any complex formulas here. We don't have anything. Just simple drag and drop. Just simple drag and drop. What ship mode? Ship mode is nothing but how we are shipping, right? Like we can ship it through regular air, which is normal through what you say, airways, through flight it is going, express air, which is like speed post, you can say, and delivery truck. Through truck also, the delivery can happen. Okay, that is the shipping mode. What is the delivery mode? Okay, so currently I'm saying I need only sales from express air only, which is like super fast delivery through air. Got it? So in here, as I use this filter, I am getting only data of this express air. Making sense, guys? Is this making sense? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Now let's say I just want to see only, I just want to see data or sales of only those orders where the container size is small box, right? I want to see where the container or product container is small box only. Only for those things I want to see the data. Okay. Product container is small box. right? I have two filters right now. First thing is ship mode should be express air. Second thing is product container should be small box. So how can I do this? Again, whenever you have these particular conditions, you have to put that particular column into the filters area. Okay, so in here, the product container is there, right? This product container will go into this filters. Okay, and from here, we can select whatever you want to select. For example, here I am saying I don't want all of those. I just want to select this small box. And you can see only for the small box where the container is small box, the total sale we got from Bob is 49,000. Within that, you can see based on the criteria as well, based on the priority as well. Okay. Again, we are playing all these things. We are generating these many numbers just by simple drag and drop. Okay. So pivot tables are very powerful and very widely used in Excel. Getting this, guys? In pivot tables, we have only four areas: filters, columns, rows, values, right? Rows are used, rows, values, columns, filters. Only four areas. Okay, rows. In rows, what we will put? Columns using which we want to group, right? So, like for example, here, whatever my big table is there, the whole table I want to group it based on the salesperson. Okay, all the sales of Bob should be grouped at one place. Okay, so we'll put salesperson in rows. Similarly, values. Values are nothing but columns on which calculations needs to be performed. Okay, for example, in this case, I want total of sale. Okay, total sum of sale. So in here, columns will be sum of sale. Right. Again, now columns. Columns in the sense, columns are nothing but what you want to compare it with, right? So like in here the order priority critical, high, low, medium, I want to compare between them. For example, here you can clearly say order priority of high is this much, low is this much, right? We are just comparing. So columns on which comparison is happening needs to be done. Okay, the last but the final one is filters. Okay, columns on which conditions needs to be applied. Very simple. Are these four clear, guys? Everyone? Are these four clear? Yes, yes. Okay, perfect. Okay. Next, if you go to the sales, I mean, we'll come back to the pivot tables, okay, for making different kind of charts. We'll come back here. But meanwhile, let's go through one more very important thing. Here we have the sales data. For each order, we can see how much, what is the shipping type, what is the shipping details, order details, discount, and all those things, right? But the another important thing we have here in the dimensions table, I think this is also is included in the drive link. I just copied it here. Okay, dimensions table, it has multiple other values. For example, for each SKU is again stock keeping unit. For each SKU we can get its particular category, right? Like whether it is by component, what is it actually? Okay, different categories we can have. So the category is missing in our actual table. Okay, but based on the SKU, I can fetch what category it is in. For example, let's say the first value is SKU 947. I can just go here, search for this SKU 947, and I can say this is bikes. So the first particular row, what this guy bought is bikes. It is of categories bike. Similarly, the second one, right? 937. What is the particular thing? It is accessories, right? In this way, you can see for multiple, what do you say, for different SKUs, the category is different. Okay. Now, how to fetch all these things? Because we have so many SKUs. Based on the so many SKUs, how can I get the particular, what do you say, how can I get the particular category? What I want is actually, I just want to make another column here, which is category. Okay. And this category is based on the SKU, right? So in here, we can see based on different SKU values, I want the particular category. So what can we do here? Yes. What can we do here? We can use one particular function which is very, versatilely used and very important. It is VLOOKUP, right? How many of you know about VLOOKUP? Most of you know, not used, no, yes, no. Okay. VLOOKUP is nothing but just like the name suggests, it is looking up for something. It is looking for someone, right? So let's see how this is actually used. So what it actually does is it will just search for this SKU, 947 from this particular table. Okay, one second, this is bikes. Where are we? We are here. Okay. Right, from this particular table, it will just search for 947 and that respective, category it will be given. Okay, so in here, what I want is I want to use VLOOKUP. V is for vertical lookup. First, it is asking what is the lookup value? Like, what are you searching for? I'm searching for this SKU. Okay, where is the table? In which table are you searching? I am searching it in this particular table. Okay, in this particular table, I am searching on equal to VLOOKUP, right? I am searching for this one, comma. Where are you searching? I am searching it in this particular table. So I'll just select one cell and control A. Okay, control A is currently not working. Equal to VLOOKUP. Again, I'm looking for this value. Where am I looking? I'm looking it in this particular, table. Just select the whole table. Okay, we have so many categories here. Sorry, so many SKUs. So if you want to do it, you can do Control Shift down arrow as well. That will select all the cells till the bottom. Comma. Which column are you searching for? Okay, so based on the first column, it will be searching, but I need the second column. So I'll just say 2. And then, do you want approximate match or exact match? Currently, I need the exact match. Okay, whatever I am searching, I need the exact match. So I'll just say false and then enter. Now you can see whatever values we have in there, magically we got it here, right? You have a new category and based on these different SKUs, you got their particular categories as well. Are you getting this, guys? How cool is this? Now you can say, for example, this particular value based on SKU 6261, the particular category is clothing. How VLOOKUP works is VLOOKUP, it searches for this value for the given table in the given table and it returns whatever column you mentioned to return. Okay, got it? Clear? We are looking up in the two different tables. Yes. How to remove formulas after applying? You need not remove the formulas because as you add more entries, this formula should be applied to them as well, right? So it's better to keep those formulas as well. Okay, this is VLOOKUP, guys. Then similarly, I want to keep from the dimensions table, there are other things as well, right? For example, we have customer, state code, and state, right? So for each customer, which state is he from and what is the state? Let's get these two things as well. Again, here also I'll be using VLOOKUP. Observe very carefully. Okay, for each customer, you can see here, for each customer in here, I need to get their particular state as well, which state they are actually from. State code is not necessary actually. State code doesn't matter here. Let's just directly go for state. So again, I am adding state. Okay, VLOOKUP. How are we applying, guys? Equal to VLOOKUP. What is the lookup value here? Can you guys tell me what is the lookup value? The lookup value is, what is the lookup value here? The lookup value is I am looking for customer ID, right? Customer ID. कहाँ ढूंढना है मेरे को customer ID? Where should I search the customer ID? I want to. I am explaining again, guys. Please concentrate. Right? Customer ID को मैं ढूंढ रहा हूँ. But where am I searching? I am searching it in dimensions वाला table में, in this particular table, right? In this particular table, comma. After that, what is it asking for? The third thing is column index. What is the column index? Column index in the sense, वो ये पूरा टेबल में आपको कौन सी कॉलम चाहिए? What is the column you require from this particular thing? In We have three different columns here. Within these three columns, you need only the last column, which is third column. So you can just mention here three, comma, range lookup. Range lookup is always false. Okay, that means we need exact match. And you can see for each customer, we got their respective state as well. Are you getting this? We got their respective state as well. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, perfect. Now, now let's just make something which is interesting. Okay, let's just try to get few of the questions answered. Okay, what are the questions I require? I have, let me just put these dimensions at here and my date. I'm just shifting this particular sheet. Okay. And this pivot example, this is fine. Let it be. But this is not required right now. Let me put it here. Now I have few questions and let's try to answer them. First thing I wanted to know is hmm, total sales I'm getting for each state or from each state, right? So that I can prioritize from which state how much sales I am getting. You can see there is like South Carolina is there, Connecticut is there, New Mexico is there, Utah is there. So from which particular state how much sales I am getting? I want to see that, right? So what questions do you have? What questions? I mean, just think about the business and whatever questions you have, we can get them also answered. One question can be for each. I mean, what is the delivery time, right? Usually एवरेज में कितना टाइम लग रहा है हाउ मच टाइम इज इट टेकिंग फॉर डिलीवरी फॉर ईच स्टेट राइट सो वी कैन जस्ट से एवरेज delivery time for each state. Maybe those who are living in New Mexico, they are getting orders delivered faster compared to someone living in California, right? So these things we can get. What else can we get? What else can we get here? So from this data, you have something else which is order date, on what date it is ordered, on what thing it is ordered, all these things you have, right? So now, what else insights can we get? What else questions you may ask? Just consider you are running this business, right? You are running this e-commerce business. What questions you may ask to your subordinate? और क्या questions पूछ सकते हैं? Maybe monthly sales कैसा है? हर महीने, like January में कितना सेल हुआ? फेब में कितना सेल हुआ, राइट? सो वी कैन आस्क फॉर monthly sales, okay, and comparison among between salespersons. Like for example, Bob is there. How much sale Bob brought versus how much sale Richard got, how much sale some other guy got. Yearly sales. हाँ, monthly sales में actually this is only 1 year data, 2014 data, so only 1 year it is there. How much profit is earned? Okay, so we can just say monthly profit or loss. Okay, what items are sold towards each state? What items are sold? Yes, very important. Category wise, we can see like category wise items sold in each state. Like category wise, what are the number of items? Category wise, quantity of our items. So in each state, like say for example, California, how many bikes are sold? Or what are the maximum number of things sold? Right? For category wise, we can get it. Another important thing is we can go with the shipping as well. Okay. In the shipping, we can just see average delivery time for each shipping mode. Based on that, we can say, right, which is quicker and which is not. Average delivery time for each shipping mode. Average delivery time for each order priority. Right? If someone is saying, I need it critical, in this way, we can make many, many questions. Most preferred product, best selling product also we can say. Best selling category, let's say, or top categories. Okay, let's try to answer them one by one. Are you ready, guys? Ready to answer these questions using data? Yes? Perfect. First, let's go with total sales we are getting from each state. Okay, so I'm just making new thing, sales state wise. Okay, sales state wise. So usually the table that we require is something that looks like this. We need a state here and we need total sales here. Okay, now for this we will be creating a new pivot table. Okay, just click on this, insert pivot table. Okay, it already selected this thing by itself. Now what should I go do with this? The table is selected by itself. I just want to go for existing worksheet because I want it in this particular sheet. I'll just put it somewhere here and then okay. Boom, we got the pivot table. Okay. So now can you guys tell me which one should go where? I need a table that looks something like this, state and total sale, right? So can you guys tell me what should go into rows? What should go into rows? Course state should go into rows, but where is the state? Right? Let's just see if we have state in this particular column. We have state at the last. Why is this not coming here? Let me just refresh quickly this pivot table, analyze. I'll just refresh. Okay, we got the state here. Drag it, put it in the rows. And you can see these are the different states we have. Okay, we have so many different states. Now we need the total sale as well. Total sale, where it will go? It will go into values. Now you can see for each state, what is the total sale? How cool is this, guys? I mean, by simply dragging these different things, we are getting the whole data, right? Right. Total sale. Now what we can do is to show it properly, it's better to go with visuals. Okay, Kabhi, if I just ask you, which one is better to you? Like for example, wherever you go, like let's say I want to open stock market. Okay, let's go with screener. Why is always, always they show graphs only. For price, you can see how the graph is there, right? So always, if you see a table and if you see the same thing in graph, which do you think is better? You can see this table is there. Similarly, we have this graph is there, right? Which we can understand better. We can understand graph better. Why? Why is that? We can understand always we are more related with graph. For example, if you see in our childhood as well, when they are teaching A for apple, always they show apple and then only they teach us. Why is that? Why do you think always whenever we see something, we understand better? Whenever we see something pictorial, right? Some images, some graphs, we understand them better. Something visual. Picture speaks, image speaks thousand words. Wow. Yeah, you are quoting DiCaprio. Image memory is better. Correct. I mean, actually, if you go biologically, we are wired that way. For example, if I just show you, I mean, this is not a biological class, but let me just show you brain anatomy. If I just show you this whole thing, right? If you see this is the image of our brain, right? In this particular image, this gray color thing is there, right? This is called, uh, you know, I don't, I cannot, spell it properly, but it is occipital lobe or occipital, something like that, occipital lobe. But this whole gray color thing, it is responsible for our vision, and you can see how big it is, right? So this whole particular chunk of brain, it is just there so that we can understand what we are seeing. Okay, that is why whenever we see something, we don't forget it very fast. Okay, if you listen it, we may forget. If we write it, if we sense it, we may forget. But whatever we see, we won't forget it very fast, and we understand them better as well. Okay, so that is why even in data analytics, we leverage this thing. We use this particular thing. If you see normal table, no one wants to look at it. No one wants to look at numbers. So instead of numbers, we play with pictures. We play with graphs. Okay. Now for this particular thing, what is better? Can I show them as table, or it's better if I have a map and on the map we have different colors? Maybe higher sales are brighter, lower sales are not bright, not so bright, it is light, right? If you see that kind of thing, it's easier for you to understand, right? So let's try to use the chart, even that is there in Excel. Okay, so just click on any cell, go to insert. In here, you have these maps as well. Just click on maps, click. You can't create this type inside a pivot table. Okay. What it is saying is this kind of map, it cannot be created on a pivot table. Okay, so in this case, what we have to do is I have to copy this particular data. Let me just control C, and I'm copying not everything, I'm copying only values. Right click, paste special, copy only values. Now this is not a pivot table, this is a normal table. Okay, and let me remove this grand total as well. Okay, and one more thing, let me just change this as state. Okay, because that particular chart is not available for pivot chart, so I'm just doing some cheating. I'm just copying that data into normal table. Now if I click on maps and then build maps, let's see what happens. Where are we? Okay, something, unfortunately, the Excel got closed by itself. I don't think we have saved it as well. Let's check it quickly. Mhm. Okay, home. This one, is it saved or not? Perfect. This is not saved actually. Uh, no problem. I mean, there is some bug with the Excel and somehow it got closed randomly. And let me just go to home. No, we cannot get that. Can you see my screen, guys? No. Okay. Let me just quickly share my screen. I'm stopping the sharing and let me share it once again. Dimension tables, this. Okay. So in here, whatever progress we did previously, we have lost it. So just give me 2 minutes and we'll go back there. Okay. First, this is the normal range. Control A and Control T will make it as a table. Maybe this will be helpful for us as a recap, right? And then what we did, we just went for total sale, right? Total sale is nothing but what, guys? Total sale is nothing but total order quantity into unit sale. Okay, boom, we got this. After that, from this dimensions table, we are trying to get two things, right? We are trying to get first thing is the category, second thing is our state. Category we require, state we require. So first I will just write it as category and boom, we got it. Category, how will you get it? You will get it using VLOOKUP. Okay, VLOOKUP. What is the lookup value? Category is based on order ID. No, it is based on SKU, right? So the category, first you need to search for SKU, which is this one. Where do we want to search? I want to search it in this particular table. So Control Shift down arrow will select all the cells. Okay, comma. After this, what is the next thing? It requires which column do you want? From here, it will select in the it will search in the SKU, and after that, which column do you want to return? I want to return the second column. So two, comma, whether you want exact match or approximate match. I want the approximate match, and then enter. And boom, you can see the categories is here. Okay. Similarly, the next thing is I need the state as well. State, again, we look up. I think you have to help me here. We look up. Customer ID is what I am looking for. Where am I looking this customer ID, guys? Where am I looking this customer ID? This customer ID, I am looking in this particular thing, right? For each customer, what is the state? So what I will do is dimensions, right? From here, Control Shift down arrow, we'll just select the whole table. And what is the column we require? One, two, three. We need the third column. So three, comma, we need exact match, which is false. And boom, you can see the state is also here. Okay. Once this is done, now we want to insert a new pivot table. New pivot table. Okay. What is this pivot table? What do we want from this pivot table? I want state wise. So state wise, I want the total sale. Total sale. Okay. This is what we are doing. And this is total sale state wise. Okay. Now, this thing is done. Now we need to make a map chart out of it. So I'm just copying this particular thing. I'm pasting it as normal values, not as a pivot table. So right click, paste special, paste values only, paste values. Okay. And change the name as state. And another thing is you can remove this grand total that is not required for now. Okay, and this NA is there. NA should not be there. Let's just check it. NA is actually not available, right? So N, this one. Let's just unselect all of them and select only NA. And let's see what it actually is doing. So for few customers, the state is not known. Okay. So for now, for this particular map, we don't have any use of this. We'll just remove this as well. Okay, we have different states and we have their total sale. Till here, is this clear, guys? We made a pivot table and then we made a copy of it. Clear? Yes, everyone? Yes. Now Control A, we will just select this table, then insert. Okay, insert. What what are we going to do here? I want to go with the map chart. So click on this map chart and boom. And somehow this thing is crashing. This is unfortunate. Yeah, don't click on maps, right? Okay, let's just go back. Somehow we are not able to do the map chart today, but you guys can do it in your systems. Okay, so let's go with normal charts itself. Let me just open my Excel once again. But map charts are like really cool. Okay, let me share my screen again. Okay, someone is saying just left basis of state column is not coming in pivot table. Can you please think map charts are more easily opened in Tableau Power BI? I guess yes, map charts are I mean they're available here as well. Let's try to do that. Just by using simple data. Let's just put all the states here, and I will randomly generate some numbers. Okay, just for demonstration purposes. Let's see why this is not working. Let's say again randomly generating. We can use some function which is rand. Okay, and let me just say into something like this. I'm randomly generating these values, guys. Okay, and now let's see why it is actually not working. Let me just try to get it once again. Okay, again it is crashing. We can't do much now because Excel itself is crashing. It's not the problem with our data. Okay, so sorry about that. But let's go ahead with the rest of the things. Map chart is just a small thing, right? Apart from that, we have many other options as well. Okay, let me get dimensions. And anyone, were you able to do that? Anyone who could, get the map chart? CSV is the problem. That can be the problem. But no, until we save it, it should not be a problem. But okay, let me just save it as XLSX. Perfect. Okay. Now let's move ahead, guys. Let me quickly do the same things again. Total sale I require. Total sale. Right. First, I will just convert this whole thing into a table. Okay. And then this total sale is nothing but my unit sale into order quantity. Right. Similarly, we need some other things. First thing we need is state. Second thing I need is category. For these two things, we just have to apply VLOOKUP. Okay. I'm doing it bit big. Okay, we look up this comma from this particular table. We need this table. We need the state from here. What is the index? Index is 3. What is the range lookup? It is false. Then enter. Similarly for the category equal to we look up. Okay, what are we looking up for? We are looking for order ID, and sorry, we are not looking for order ID. We are looking up for SKU. We are looking up for SKU, comma. Where are we looking at? We are looking it up in this particular table. Control this one, shift this, control shift down arrow, comma. The second column we require, not the first column, we require the second column, comma, false. Okay. And boom. We got the category as well. We got the status. State column is not visible. Someone is saying state column is not visible. In that case, you have to refresh the pivot table. Okay, let's create a pivot table. Okay, and in here, I need the state. State is already there. If it is not there, go to this pivot table analyze, click on this pivot table analyze, and then click on this refresh. Okay, right now I'm putting the state in here and total sale in the values. Okay, there are many different charts we can use, guys. There are many varieties we have. Like for example, if you go to this insert, within this you have this pivot chart. Okay, by default it will be giving what is the best pivot chart we have. And again here NA is dominating for us. So if you want to remove this NA, you can just click on this filter and you can remove it from here itself. N/A. Just unselect this, and by default, by itself, this will be adjusted. Okay, right. And now you can see the title you can change. This is one particular chart. Okay, in here we have state-wise total sale we have. And for each state, can you guys now tell me like from which state we are getting maximum sale, total maximum sale? We are getting it from where are we getting maximum sale? If you see the chart, it's very clear for us. If you go to the table, that is difficult. From here, we can simply say it is Washington, right? Right. It is Washington. And from here, this is one particular chart. In here, if you want to compare, right? If you want to compare between different states, like in here, we are doing the comparison only. Whenever we want to compare, we'll be using this particular chart. This is also called as column chart, okay? Because vertical lines are there. So here I can name the chart as total sale state-wise. Okay. And I can make it bold as well. Whatever, however you want, you can just play with this. And whatever additional things are there, I can just delete them. Right. Clear? This is one chart. What is the next chart we require? I also want to see how is the delivery time. Okay, average delivery time for each particular state. How can we do that? Average delivery time, it can be done. Again, same thing. I will just insert new pivot table. Okay. In the existing, let's do it in the same sheet. Here from where I want to do, I will just make the pivot table just below this. Okay, same pivot, different pivot table. Okay, now the pivot table is being formed. What I want is, I want for this particular thing, where did this go? Okay, pivot table fields are here. What I want is, I want a table which looks like this. I want the state and I want average delivery time. So for this delivery time, which is total number of days, how can I get that? What is the formula for this delivery time, guys? Total number of days it is taking for the delivery. How can I get that? We will get that using. So total delivery time is nothing but the date it got delivered or it got shipped minus the order date, right? So here, if I just say delivery time or how many days it took from order to delivery is delivery time, right? This is nothing but the day on which it got shipped minus the day it got ordered. Okay, and you can see 2 days, 1 day, 0 days, 2 days, 7 days, right? Here you got it clearly, but if you see the same thing in this pivot table field, you can see because the column is just added now, it is not reflecting here. In this case, what we need to do, guys? In this case, what do? We just click on this pivot table analyze and then we'll refresh. Okay. And then first we'll put this state. State is what we require. We'll put it in rows. Then delivery time. Where should this delivery time go? Delivery time will go where? It will go to I need state and average of delivery time. So where will this delivery time go? It will go into values. Right now it is saying sum of values. We can change it to average, right? And then okay. Now you can see by default, like, how each state is performing. And of course, let's just remove this NA. So you can just select here N/A. I will just remove this part. And now what I can do is I will just insert another pivot chart here. Just click on this pivot chart. By default, it will be giving some. Now, can you guys tell me which particular state is taking, more time for delivery? Which state is taking more time for delivery? Which state is taking more time for delivery? Pennsylvania, right? Maybe there is some issue there. We have to speed up the delivery process there, right? Indiana is there. Okay, so in this way, I mean, these are the practical things, guys. This is what people usually do. Even in Amazon, you can get these kind of charts. They will see these charts, and based on that, they will decide, okay, what to do, what operations to be done. Okay, very important. Cool. Next thing is monthly sales or monthly profit. Okay, so for based on each order date. Okay, first let's say this is state state level analysis. We'll call it. Okay, similarly, we have monthly analysis also we need to do. So monthly sales we require, monthly profit we require. So for that, again, another pivot table for that. Another pivot table. Let me open it in a new sheet only. Okay, then okay. So now how I want my pivot table to look like is I want the month here and I want the total sales. Okay, and let's say I want the total profit as well. For each month, what is the total sale and what is the total profit? This is how I want my table to look like. So now you guys tell me what should go into what particular area. In these four areas, what field should go? Yes, month in row, there is no month field. So first of all, always what we are grouping by? We are grouping by order day. So this order day, we have to put it in row. As you put this date, because this is in date format, as you put it in date, by default, you can see it got grouped into months and order date. Okay, you can just expand this thing as well. The beauty of the pivot table, right? You can see how it is expanding. It will be grouped by itself. Okay, right now I don't require any further details, so I'll just remove this order date. Again, if you want to remove something, just drag it and throw it outside, and you can see it got removed. Okay, how it grouped automatically. That's the intelligence of Excel. You know, Excel has this feature by itself. It will group automatically. Now total sale, I'll just put it into values. You can see for each month how the sales is going. Similarly, let's say I want the profit as well. Where is the profit? We don't have profit column here. Okay. We don't have profit column. We don't know what's the actual profit. So let's say this is total quantity we can use. Total quantity. Okay. Total quantity also you can get it just by putting this order quantity into value. Okay. So from here you can see in January this is the total sale we are having and this is the total quantity we are having. Okay. How these values comes in delivery time column have you entered manually? Delivery time. Okay, let's just step back. Here delivery time is nothing but order date minus shipping date. Okay, so that is the simple shipping date minus order date. So by there you will automatically get based on this formula. Okay. Now guys, if you just go back to our sheet 3. Sheet 3 is monthly analysis, right? In here we have total sale and quantity, order quantity as well. Let's just insert a pivot chart for this as well. Okay. The thing about this is you can see the orange color one. The quantity is very less compared to this. So, it is not being shown properly. But monthly sales, you can see it is quite fine. So what we can do here is if you want to show it better, again, whenever we have something like trend, okay, in this trends, it's better to go with line chart. Okay, again, how to you which chart to be used when there is a whole science behind it. Okay, maybe we will cover that in our demo session, which will happen, later on this week. But now let's just understand this thing. We just want to change this particular chart. Okay, change chart type, line. I want to make it as a line chart and this. And you can see how it got changed. And within this, I mean, this sum of order quantity it is not making much sense. So what I can do there is I will just remove it for now. Let me remove it from here itself. I'll just remove. I'll make a separate chart for it because it doesn't make any sense currently, right? And this one, let me just delete. And you can see how cool this is. Hmm. And in here, you can see this is what, guys? This is our monthly sales. Okay, this is our monthly sale. And now can you guys tell me in which month we are having maximum number of sales or we are having total sales? In what month we are having maximum sales, guys? We are having it in the month of January. And from here we can clearly see, right, that on Jan it is like highest. After that in Feb it is dropping. March it is slightly picking up. April it is dropping. May it is again dropping. Again picking up. So here you can see the trend, right? You can see the trend, how the sales is actually changing for each month, right? And the maximum we are getting is in Jan, and the minimum we got is in November, right? In the same way, we can do the same thing. Like, let me quickly insert a pivot table here and go with the order quantity as well. Insert pivot table to the existing. Where is this existing in the monthly analysis? Okay. Okay, same thing I'm doing. Order date. I'll just put it in the rows. I'll remove this order date. I just want the months. And then let's say quantity is there. Where is the quantity? Order quantity is here. I'll put it here. Now, if I just insert pivot chart here, okay, and again change the pivot chart to line. This is how this is looking like. Okay, let me do this, delete monthly sales, and this is monthly quantity. Monthly quantity of items of orders placed or of items sold. Whatever name you want to keep, you can we can we can give. And again, the total number of orders placed or items sold is also highest in Jan, and it is dropping in Feb. Again, increasing slowly. Again, dropping. Okay, so this is how we can do the analysis, guys. And all these charts, whatever charts we are making individually, we will keep them in one place and we'll make a dashboard out of it. Okay, right. So today we have learned so many things. What are the things we have learned today, guys? We have learned what are Excel tables, what are pivot tables, what are how we can make pivot tables. We have learned different functions in Excel, right? Like VLOOKUP, additions, and then sum, average, many different functions, right? Very advanced functions actually. After that, we have seen data visualization, like creating visuals in Excel, right? And with this, a very important thing is thinking, business thinking, right? So how to generate insights? What kind of insights we can generate, right? For example, monthly analysis. From here, what we are getting. This is also very important. These are the things we have learned today, right? Now, yes, the rest of the things, guys, to make dashboard out of it, and how can we use Power BI? How can we merge these different files? Okay, all these things cannot be covered in one big session. So what we plan is we have another demo class. Okay, where we will be continuing this lecture. We will be making the overall dashboard. Okay, you can attend the I will ask the team to register to send the registration link. I think it is already available in the WhatsApp, but I will ask the team to send it once again. Or let me send it as well. Yes. So guys, those who are interested, those who want to see this thing, those who want to make the overall dashboard and who are interested further with this lecture, more advanced topics, you can just register for this demo class and you can come up there. Okay. Okay, this is all for today, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. We will, if you are interested, we will see you again in the demo session. For delivery time is nothing, guys. It is just shipping date minus order date. Okay, just the difference. Great, have taking a session for you. Thank you.